Crips gang member sentenced to 60 years in prison in murder of Nipsey Hussle. More after this. Hello everyone, and welcome back to AFG's Point of View, where I give you my analysis of the most popular topics in the world today. In today's video, we have an ex-gang member for the Crips, Eric Holder, being sentenced to 60 years in prison for the murder of Nipsey Hussle. Before I dive into the details of the video, if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to AFG's Point of View. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well, and it'll be more awesome loving your wonderful people over, similar to yourself, all my normal subscribers. Thanks for coming back. I'm diving in. A Crips gang member was sentenced to at least 60 years in prison on Wednesday for killing beloved rapper Nipsey Hussle outside of his Crenshaw clothing store in 2019. Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge H. Clay Jacke sentenced Eric Holder Jr. to 25 years to life in state prison for murdering Hussle and an additional 25 years for the enhancement because he used a gun. Holder must serve an additional 10 years in prison on assault convictions for shooting two other men that were with Hussle on the day of the killing. Holder, now aged 32, was on a date with a woman who would become his unwitting getaway driver on March the 31st, 2019, when he approached Hussle in front of the Marathon clothing store near Slauson Avenue and Crenshaw Boulevard. The two had a brief conversation, but Holder returned minutes later with two handguns and opened fire in the middle of the parking lot, killing Hussle, whose legal name was Ermias Asghedom, and wounding two other men nearby. Okay, I'm sure we've all been familiar with the actual crime that happened back in 2019. If not, I'll leave a link in the description. That way you can go through and finish reading the rest of this story about Nipsey and how it all happened, and the things to follow. If you're not familiar who Nipsey Hussle was, he was a rapper. He began his rap career back in December of 2005. His first album was Slauson Boy Volume 1. And he signed to Cinematic Music Group and Epic Records. In 2008, Hussle released the first two installments of his Bullets Ain't Got No Name series of mixtapes, which brought his music much more and him exposure. He also, has, the Victory Lap and the Victory Lap 2. He had several, premieres on different rappers' albums, too many to name. But, if you're not familiar with his background, he was a member of the Rolling 60s Crip, one of LA's biggest sets. So he definitely was a gangbanger, But, that's when he was a younger guy, and he was growing up, and he was still down with the Crips, doing his thing with them and all that. And, that's the life that he chose. But that life that he chose, he made the most of it, and he moved on and ended up getting his own store, and selling several products out of the store, and, including his albums and all that, of course. And he just went on and he did some things. Now, he was on his path to doing philanthropical, forgive me for saying it wrong, philanthropical work, and, working with Dr. Sebi to trying to find a way to, kind of help us all out. So he went from, now this is like one of those situations where you go from a Crip gangbanger, you go on out there, the whole story about, what they do and how they do it and all the above. And okay, fine. That's your life that you chose. Okay, cool. You grew up in that area. That's what you did. Nobody knocking him for that. But what he did was he moved forward. He changed his life around and did some positive things in life and was helping some people out along the way. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was married to Lauren London, and you know, he had a couple of kids with her, and it's a sad situation that, you know, that went down. And ironically, it was just like, you know, I recently just watched a movie, and I was thinking about Nipsey because what's the name of that movie? I don't know. It's a new movie that she's in. I forget the name of the movie. Please forgive me if I find it. Well, I'll give you a little picture or the name of it or whatever. And it was a pretty funny movie, and it was good to see her out acting and doing what she had to do. You know what I'm saying? Kind of getting her mind off of them things, because I can just imagine being married to someone, you know what I mean, someone of that stature, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, she got a big name for herself, so it's not like she was just following behind him and, you know, he was doing all the work. You know what I mean? It was like, you know, a power couple, you know what I'm saying? It was doing their thing, and this is what happens, and, you know, your father, and it's, I just hate hearing stuff like this. The whole, I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing loud. When that happened, everybody's heart dropped like, damn, what happened to Nipsey? And we was hoping that he pulled through. They said he, you know, he was killed right there on the spot, and it was just like, it's just, but the crazy thing is, you know, what people, like things like that happen because you gotta look at, okay, you was a Crip, you went into that life. So, you know, you did your good while you were here. You know what I'm saying? You did everything you had to do. And everyone that's in that life, you know what I'm saying? You know, you do dirt, you get dirt. That's just how life is. There's nothing we can do. You can't escape it. So the best you can do is just do the best that you could possibly do. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I would attribute Nipsey to my, you know, me moving forward with like different herbs and trying to do different things health-wise and all that kind of stuff. You start seeing it coming to the mainstream, you know. I was looking into stuff like that, but then when you hear him working with Dr. Sebi and trying to, you know, prolong our life and help us, you know, do better, eat better, you know what I'm saying, and have different things that's going to benefit, you know, people in the neighborhood. I think it was something where he was supposed to buy a block and like buy the housing and then, you know, pay for the housing and have people like live in the, you know, different. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. I think I heard something like that. You know what I'm saying? But Nip was definitely doing his thing. He was definitely doing some things in the positive light, and you know what I'm saying? You know, it was just good to just know that someone can have a story where you may start out this way, but you don't have to stay this way. You can go from this way to this way, you know what I'm saying? And be revered for all the good that you did in life and not the bad, you know what I'm saying? So apparently he did more good than he did bad, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, people loved him, man. People loved him, you know, they was proud of him, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, you see that, and it just, you know, it's a sad situation. It's a sad, sad situation. Now, Eric Holder, you know, he, ironically, you out on a date, and, you know, I'm not sure if you told your girlfriend or the chick that you was with that, you know, you was gonna do anything. She might have got caught in the crossfire, like, damn, what's going on? Go. And then she just, you know, go. Meanwhile, you want to run, and now you want to, you know, the heat of the battle. So it's like your heart pumping, like, you know, you just going. So I'm not sure if she did any time or if she had anything to do with what's going on. Like, you know, they say she was a getaway driver and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if it was knowingly that she was knowingly the getaway driver, because it may not be something where she was just like, okay, I'm with it, let's do it. Then again, it may not be. I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, the fact that happened and got him, and, you know, what gets me is, I mean, he was already in prison. I don't know, you know, the logistics of where they got him at. If they got him, you know, locked away by himself with nobody else, away from general population, you know what I'm saying? Because I can guarantee you, some dudes probably in that state penitentiary that had nothing but love for Nip, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, you know, this guy's still living, he's still around. Like, wow, okay. I just knew somebody was gonna do him in, you know what I'm saying? And they still might, you know what I mean? You got 60 years, bro. You got the long yard to go. You got a long walk. If you make it through all this, you getting out 92, cause I don't see him making it past that, you know what I mean? You're gonna die in prison pretty much for the most part, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what goes around comes around, you know what I'm saying? You do something, you know what I'm saying, come back to you. So, you know, sad situation, but I'm glad to hear this, you know, verdict come down, and, you know, some sort of justice was, you know, given to, you know, Nipsey, you know, his family, you know what I'm saying, knowing that this guy would never get back on the streets, and, you know, they could feel safe knowing that, you know, he not gonna try to come back out and do anything goofy or whatever. Although he could be affiliated with other dudes, so that's that. You know what I'm saying? But knowing that he's locked away and he's gone, for a substantial amount of time, you know what I'm saying? That's good money. You know what I'm saying? Because things happen. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. So with that being said, if you like what you've heard, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit that like button as well. There'll be more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over, similar to yourself. All my normal subscribers, thanks for coming back. Thanks for sharing the video. Thanks for letting everyone know around you that Abe G's is dropping these videos almost on a regular basis. I try to give you at least like 4 days a week, you know what I'm saying? I try to give you something and come back, you know what I'm saying? I may miss a couple days here or there, but I'm not leaving you because I'm here to give you the news. So, you know what I'm saying? You'll definitely get what you need, and you can be on your merry way. So do me a favor while you out there, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, come visit me on my social media platforms, and we'll have a conversation over there about some other things that come up. So in the meantime, between time, I love every single one of y'all. I thank you for watching the video thus far, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.